Me in particularly, I like to talk. That is how it used to be back in the day. No TV, no movies, no none of that. You talked about life. You talked about your past. You talked about everything. And now all people do is like this in their fucking phone. I know I say it all the time, but I'm seriously sick of this shit. Like, I have a good heart. I'm a great person. I talk. I communicate. I don't leave you hanging. If you need something, I'm usually there. You know. And see, my thing is, I've been to other places, and one of them in particular is Florida. You seen my YouTube with my ex Blake the Alpha, and when I went there, people were welcoming. My car battery died. They pushed it for me to kickstart it with my clutch, and we got to a car meet. They all were cool, loved my car, talked to me, hung out with me. And then my car battery was actually no good. And they took me an hour away to get a new battery and pay for it. I've been to Tennessee. People are pretty decent. They're cool. They talk. The females actually give a fuck. And is it just here in like fucking Spartanburg, Bowling Springs, Chesney that nobody gives a fuck? You know, people here, they vote Republican. And I don't vote at all. I don't agree with that. But the Republicans, every time they're in there, they only care for the rich. The Democrats, yes, they are for gay and all that shit, but they help the people. The gas prices are always low. The groceries are always low. Usually the what do you call that? Uh, fuck. The rates you get paid, you know, it goes up. Uh, and the thing is, we let one person run this entire country. We let just regular, everyday people do something that we can do better because we've lived it. None of them have lived an actual fucking life where they had to work. Doing this, doing typing and shit, that's not fucking work. And they're doing shit for themselves. They're not doing shit for us. If they would change the currency to something different than money, trading or whatever. We shouldn't have to pay to live. God made the world. God created meats, food. He created fucking turkey, chicken, all that shit, fish. He made potatoes. He made sweet potatoes. He made all the foods. And he created everything else. He created us. And you think we should have to live to work? Or however you put it, work to live, whatever? No. We should be equal. I don't feel like necessarily anybody should have more than somebody else. Because everybody's equal. Now, to me, the Native American times were the best. People woke up every day, sometimes would stay up 3-4 days doing powwows, smoking tobacco, enjoying themselves, and danced and talked, and there was no TVs. You hunted your own food, you traded, you lived in a little tent. Imagine how people would feel if there were no Wi-Fi, there were no TVs, no cars, no phones. People would lose their fucking mind. But back in the day, they didn't have any of that. Even in like my grandparents' times, they didn't have cell phones and tablets. They had a talk on the phone. I will show you what it looks like. There is still one in this house, believe it or not. I will show you. I'm pretty sure it's right here. It is. Hold up, I'm trying to light. That right there, that's what they had. That old shit. And people think all this technology is how the world should be. That we should talk on the phone, we should do everything on our phones. And I mean, the only job that will live past AI and robotics is mechanics. I don't think they can make a fucking robot work on a car. Now, there is robots that tighten the bolts in places like I've worked at ZF and B&W suppliers. They tighten the bolts to a torque. But half the time, that bolt breaks because it can't do the exact one. You can't make anything be perfect. And I live by tighten it as fairly decent as you can, and it's good. Now, the torques and shit, like the torque wrenches, I mean, it's great and everything, but some things are okay, but others are not. I don't really have a personal feeling about torque wrenches, but I put my clutch in, I hand tightened everything, and it's been 3 months and it's still good. Now, engine parts specifically, they maybe need to be torqued, but I've never seen anybody have problems when they did it with just a torque. I mean, not a torque wrench, but a ratchet and socket. I just don't get people. The people who don't try to get friends or to get a girlfriend or to do anything get everything. They really do. Like these hillbilly, long-bearded dudes. Like, I'm not saying muscle matters, but they're not in the best shape. And that's what girls are attracted to. Or a skinny dude. Yes, back in the day, you didn't shave. You had hair. But I'm not saying you shouldn't have hair, but like a little decency, grooming should be recognized. And I just like, I'm not saying there's anybody should have a certain size or nothing, but like even back in the old times, they still were healthy, not like 300 and 400 pounds. Fucking, the men. I think during the Native American times, they still had some kind of razor, but like, you think, and see, I shaved my whole body. You think a beard down to here and a man with hair like a girl is hot? I mean, if that's you, that's you. But that's all girls want now, is this hairy dude. And I mean, they should at least groom somewhat. Not. See, my hair hasn't been cut, and I fucking hate it. And this is the most I do on my beard. It's like not even a day. I'm about to shave and shower. I keep pausing because I'm very upset with my life right now. I have no friends. Not really anybody truly cares about me. All I do is what you see. I may go to the gym, but all I do is sit in the house. And I'm sick of it. I don't know what else to do to try to make friends or whatever. I know I may carry myself very high when I go to the gym, but that's because of the things I've been through. When you see somebody quiet, they've been through shit, and they've tried, and they're just tired of trying. And you would rather be with somebody who doesn't text you back or barely talks to you. They go to work, they come home, you make them food and a beer, and they go to sleep. You're meant, like, every person has the opposite sex for them. And you're meant to do as much as you can together. Nobody's meant to live alone. To me. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. And I sit here and do this basically just to give myself something to do. I do work on cars, but not enough. I'm sick of this. And when I move in 2 years, it's all going to change. Like if I go up north to Oregon, Colorado, people are about cars, people are about grooming their bodies and like living. I've never met anyone in the South who actually lives. They get up, don't eat breakfast. They go to the job. You get one break just like school, lunch, or whatever, and you're there for 8 hours, or sometimes it's 12 hours. That's not life. And I've seen videos of people that talk about if Wi-Fi went out. If Wi-Fi went out, everybody would be fucked up. The stores, the gas stations, the government, everybody. But imagine how peaceful it would be. Now, the only thing that I know that's been around for a while that would still work without Wi-Fi is DVDs. But imagine if you didn't have electricity, what you would do. You would sit around, you would talk, you would cuddle with your girlfriend or whoever, and you would have sex. You would have bonfires. I'm sick of this. Anyone out there looking for a guy as a friend or boyfriend or just guy friend, whatever, hit me up. I mean, you won't find hardly anybody to treat you how I do. And a lot of people don't like that because, like I said, I like to communicate and I like to spend time with people because that's the way it should be.